what was the inspiration behind starting or founding Centonomy?
I think it was just realizing my own financial mess. So I left employment and went into my first business, which was helping people buy and sell shares on the stock exchange. And when I was doing that, you just get reality. And I think for all of you who are employed and earning a salary, this is very relevant to you. Yeah. Your salary is coming in every month. You don't have to, yes, you show up at work, you do what you have to do, but whether it's the 24th, 25th, 30th of the month, you'll just be paid your salary.
Yeah.
And it is a powerful thing to have that consistency of income, but it can also be a trap because you know it's coming next month. So you delay.
Yes.
You delay, planning another time.
Yes, because
investing another time. Friends want to go here, there, you go. And I remember when I look back, we used to be where I used to work. We used to be paid on the 24th. We'd go somewhere, go out, like maybe it's a 23rd night, but it's Friday. We know we don't have money. But since we knew on the 24th, midnight, like this,
Bang,
money,
ding.
bang.
Yes.
That was the surety. So when I started business, all that went away. Like anybody who runs a business, when you're in a new business, things don't work out as per your business plan immediately. So money doesn't come in immediately. Clients don't come in immediately. Then suddenly I was like, there's no money on the 24th of the month. What have I been doing? And Judy, remember, me where I worked, pension funds, unit trusts, shares. At some point I worked in property. So the knowledge of money, I had it.
Yes.
But translating it into my personal circumstances, I had not done. It's just living that life of someday something will happen or later I will do this. So when I started this business to help people buy and sell shares on the stock exchange, I started having conversations with people. Two types of people. First, my clients. So they'd come in and say, this is money for school fees. And I'm like, what are you doing buying shares? So I realized we have a disconnect between where we put money and what the end goal is for. So we are just doing things without thinking, but where is this road actually going and what is the path I should follow? I like telling people all this. You have to ditch the poverty support group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we can't do it. Oh, the economy. Oh, we don't, in our chama, we only want to contribute 10,000 shillings each so that everybody can feel fair and equal. That is a poverty support chama, okay? Because if we move higher, other people won't agree. So let's just stay at the minimum amount. Poverty support, okay? My boss, my job, this country is going where? Yeah. Okay? You got to understand, like, I don't think it's just wealth. It's anything in your life. And it's intention. That means I'm not saying I have it right. What you want, how you think, how you speak, how you act have to be in alignment.
That's true.
Yeah. You can't actually even we're talking about the power of words. You can't be saying one thing, I'm broke, and then say, but I don't understand why I don't have money. But you've been saying it, yeah? And talking about how broke you are is not going to help you get anywhere. So I just want to ask women, what is the company you keep? Pass on the right messages about money and also be aware when I'm with them, what are they also observing? They're seeing you being careless with money. They're seeing you leaving 100 bobs in the house or 50 bobs in the house or 20 bobs lying around. They're going to get a disrespect for money instantly. Because they're like, 20 bob doesn't matter. Mom always leaves it in the house. 50 bob, she just leaves it lying around. The change is brought there. She even forgets it was there. It is, or I've even nicked the 50 bob and she never even noticed, because then they'll be like small amounts of money don't matter.
But we really don't think
about that.
Like that.
We don't think about that.
I am so guilty
of that. Yeah, people leave small amounts of money.
Small container. Yeah. Soap dish and ilisha. But there's always, like...
it's like you've thrown it away. You're teaching them the small amounts of money don't matter. And don't worry, I've made the same mistake. And I realized my son told me something once and I'm like, what? At 50 bob is not a lot of money. What? So I realized, even because he has probably seen, sometimes I've sent the house for bread, the change is there.
Yes.
I don't really fuss about it. Yeah, maybe it even disappears and I don't even notice it. But it's descending. So the things you're doing, even you that you're not conscious of, you are passing a message to them about money. In any relationship, and I know I'm digressing all over the place, what is mine
Yes.
must be very clear. What is yours must be very clear. What is ours must be very clear. So you have to have the knowledge, and if you know, you have to, it's not your partner you can rely on, and please don't hide. Sometimes you look at your partner and you're like, Jenyewe, this one
Wacha nisimwambie.
this one cannot be my financial plan.
Yes.
Have you, and even though he seems he could be a financial plan, have your own financial plan. Even you go and make money for yourself. So take complete responsibility of your financial security, which is ensuring what is supposed to be yours, you know where it is, but also what are you doing for yourself?
True.
What are you doing for yourself in that journey? Because this is the thing, as you live longer, one day you will not be able to work 8 to 5. That's just the one thing to remember.
It's the reality of life,
We always like asking people, today your business, something happens to your business, something happens to your job today. What do you do? How long can you survive? That is how wealthy you are. I remember I told you my story. I was like, I can't even survive one month. And many people I know listening to them, if I ask you, how long can you survive without that salary or that business income? The answer won't be, very few people will reach 3 months. So now later, you're not going to be working 8 to 5. Maybe you'll have retired or you'll have slowed down. What is going to sustain you? Another thing women need to learn is boundaries. We are such victims of black tax because of lack of the same way you have boundaries with people. Boundaries. You are allowed to say no. And that's another thing women don't do easily. Saying no, because we are told no, please everybody. With money, you have to have boundaries. And even when you talk about things like budgets or spending plans, at the end of the day, it's really about boundaries.
That's true.
It's just putting boundaries. So if you've decided to give, be clear. I'm giving 10K a month, nothing more than that. And even if I give 10K, but me, I'm able to afford for myself a new phone, then that is still okay. Don't feel guilty that you have worked and are able to do things for yourself. And don't let other people make you feel guilty for doing things for themselves. Everybody was given ability. Everybody has something in their hand. You are not their savior. So let us stop trying to play Jesus Christ. We are not everybody's savior. So if you're feeling guilty about that, you have money, but you don't want to spend it. So I would say, first of all, address what are you actually afraid of. And sometimes it's other people's opinion, but don't leave it at other people's opinion. Whose opinion are you actually afraid of? Then actually test your assumptions. Is it them or is it sitting in my head because of past? Because sometimes we are blaming the people who are right in front of us, but really who we are talking to is someone from our past, maybe our parents, whatever. That is who we are scared of, but we keep filtering every experience from the eyes of our past. So go back there and say, actually, who am I afraid of? Then test it. Spend a little. So don't go crazy today. And say, today I spent a little. How did I feel? What am I telling myself about spending? Because you can't keep condemning yourself. Oh, I spent, this, etc. Okay? So go. The best thing women can do for themselves is understand. We try and fix the pattern. So a lot of women will come and tell me, I'm overspending, or I never want to ask for an increase, or I never want to bring up the subject of money with my husband. Or when I'm told no, I kind of shrink. That is coming from somewhere. So the first thing you investigate is, what were my experiences growing up with money? What did I see? And our first experience probably is our parents. What role did I see my mother playing? What role did I see my father playing? What happened when the rich auntie came? What happened when the not so rich auntie came? Or the rich uncle came? So what were the messages you got and the experiences you had very early on with money? So if you think about it, Judy, what were we generally, especially that time, the woman does not earn more. So even today, women who are breadwinners struggle a lot with it.
That's true.
And sometimes a lot of times when the men in their relationship struggle with it. Nobody's really trying to be a bad person, but our conditioning was not that. Wealth is not what you look like. Wealth is what works when you're not working. That's how you know you are wealthy. And I was like, Waceke, can you survive 1 month? No. 2 months. No, 3 months. So no matter how good you look, you can't actually survive. And I think when I give talks, I like telling people, a lot of people are speeding down the highway of poverty in a luxury vehicle, because the day that money is not there, tell me what is in the bank that will enable you even to drive that car. So I was living in this bubble. Then I started talking to people and I'm like, even you're in the same situation. So that is what led to the aha moment that I don't even want to invest money for people anymore. I want to teach them, as I teach myself, teach them about money. So my message became a message. Even money, just assume money is coming. Assume God wants to bless you. But it doesn't have a description. It's coming and then it's being told. In fact, the way you're talking to money, you're like, oh, you're not good enough. You're having such a toxic relationship with money. Money walks out through the door, yeah? So learn. Come to Centonomy and learn. Go to websites and learn, read books and learn from people. And then always ask yourself, because we get so frozen analysis paralysis. When we like trying to dot all the I's, cross all the T's, even the ones that don't exist today, but you're like, in 5 years they may be, next year there's election. You know that we've got all these things going on in our heads. What's your next best move today? For some people it will be just, imagine I just need to open that savings account. For others are like, I've been doing savings, but I've been hearing this thing of treasury bills and treasury bonds. Let me go there. I've been hearing money market. Others would be like, actually, I'm in a chama where I know we could do better. So let me take leadership and steer these guys in the right direction. Where do you get help? So I just want to, that way you're starting to get involved with your own money. What's your next best step? Take that step. You really have to get to a point where you value yourself so much that you're like, what do I do about this? And let it be a conversation. Secondly, when you question, what are some of the things I am doing that I am just, let's say, and sometimes women will get to a point, okay, but this, even just the way I am, I have decided I am the one to take care of it. And that is okay. As long as you've understood the value, but you've said, actually, for me, making sure there's food, it's cooked, is me. That is fine. This is what in running my business, these are some of the decisions I had to make. So bread needs to be in the house. And I have decided as Waceke, in my house, that is something, making sure the food is sorted out. I have decided I'll do that. Bread needs to be in the house is separate from Waceke needs to go get the bread. Focus on what needs to be the outcome rather than you doing. So now I cut down the time from 1 hour to 5 minutes because the 1 hour would have been running to the shops
to buy the bread.
So what I did is along the way train domestic help to be able to do shopping. So women don't feel as put these structures. So me, I was like, I have small kids, I'm running a business, etc. Now I spend 4 hours on Saturday running around with a trolley in the super. I was like, never. That is not. And I also need recharge time.
That's like, true.
It is not going to happen.
Making sense. Real conversations about personal finance. Please tell us a bit more about your book.
Okay. So I wrote this book over 2 years. And the first draft was almost like a how-to book. Then I was like, actually, this is not real. And I think, Judy, you've heard from my story, a lot of my insights came because of conversations with people. And even Centonomy has been about conversations with people. So making sense is, when I say real conversations about personal finance, it is real conversations. So I tell real stories of people with their money journey. So I don't go and pick somebody in America and paste their story here. I pick myself. I'm the first character in the book. So you've heard a little bit about my story. Today you will get to hear more. I pick Douglas, I pick Dishon, I pick Faith. Because they are real Kenyans who are in the same environment we're in and their journey with money. So it takes you through their past, their belief systems about money, the aha moment, and things like Douglas, how he ended up making 10 million shillings and started from nowhere. So we get our minds that this is a lot. Faith talks about her journey with money and relationships. Dishon is young as well and how he just started that journey of money young. So it just takes you, it's a quick read because it's a storybook. It's a storybook about money. Yes.
So for anyone who's out there and feels like, From everything Waceke has talked to us about today, I feel like I need to learn a bit more about how to manage my finances.
Yeah.
Maybe this would be a good place to
This
start.
is a very good place to start because you will relate. What I know a lot of people who have read it have said, you will relate to somebody there. Yeah. And there are other people as well who are shorter stories about them that I've also included.
Yeah.
You will relate to somebody and you're like, this is me. This is my situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't wait to read it.
So please,
I can't wait
please.
to read it. I have heard about the book.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I have a copy now.
Yeah.
Because this will be my weekend read.
Oh,
for sure.
good.
For sure. For sure. So where do we buy the book?
So we're in a couple of bookshops, But first of all, you can get in touch with Centonomy directly,
Okay.
And I think hope you can share the number on screen or something,
I'll do that, yes.
And you can actually order from us directly because it will even be delivered and it will come at a better price than even the bookshops as well.
Okay.
But if you're around Textbook Center, it's there. Half Price Bookshops, it's actually there. Bookstop, it's there in Nyaya Center, and you can also buy it on Amazon as well.
Okay.
Yeah, if you are in Uganda, Aristoc Booklets is also where we stock the Making Sense book. Yeah,